First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Detroit Lions. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy this caliber runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second and a couple. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this will be a Bears first down as he gets it up past the 35.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, here's Williams. A heavy rush, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through and dropped it for an 8-yard loss. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Williams. Now he'll tuck this and run. There's a short one caught by Loveland. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. You talk about this Lions defense. Well, they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
Definitely going to need to be physical with these receivers, whether that's right at the line of scrimmage trying to jam them and bump them off their routes, or when the ball arrives and you go ahead and put your shoulder into them and try and knock it loose.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. There's a short one caught by Loveland. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Throwing is Williams. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
Looking to throw is Williams. That's complete. Roma Dunze. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
That's a gain of 8.
They forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. To throw, it's Williams. Worth in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, On offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
To throw, Williams. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bears. Rome Odunze. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Looking to put a drive together. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 74 yards. And the Lions are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Oh, good return up past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
But that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
To the air, Williams. Over the middle, complete. It's Romero. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. You talk about this Lions defense. They enter this one number 13, Charles, in the NFL in stopping the run.
And this game for them is all about the line of scrimmage. Winning that battle, using their leverage, being the low man with power to take the offensive linemen and run them back into their own backfield and try to create some large yardage plays.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. To throw once more. Here's Williams. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Now an audible here into something else. Back to throw again. He finds his man complete. That's Romero. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on this good position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game. One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
They'll look to throw again. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to 3rd down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Touchdown! A 14-yard touchdown. And the Bears have taken the lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Ready, set.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
Ready, ready, ready.
Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First catch here by St. Brown. Good for a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And in for the Lions, touchdown. A great play there. 43 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
They'll go play action here with Williams. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Inside the 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
At the 49-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here is complete. They wind up getting just a yard out of it. And it'll be 2nd down.
All defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
9 yards.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
From the gun, here's Williams. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown, Bears! Luther Burden, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
The kick is good.
Extra point by York is up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They're marking down officially at the 34. Offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Let's go now.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown, and the last time out, look and repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here we go. Ready?
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The Lions had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
But now he appears to be in some pain.
On the double. Drill 52. Down. Drill green. Yellow. 20.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
He's the epitome of what we call a move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. That's complete to Laporta. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Sam Laporta, 41 yards. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph.
Intercepted. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Ready. 52 blue. Trouble 38.
Gibbs straight ahead. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 49 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Most of the damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Come on, set, ready.
He'll look to throw. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he's able to break out a 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
At the Bears' 6-yard line.
Mega, 33, yellow.
He'll drop to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it with Gibbs. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Bears 21. Kevin McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pass incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because any completions on 1st and 2nd down, now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Williams going to look to throw again. He had a man open, but he missed it, and it's incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Boom with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here we go. Black, 95.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll be out right at the 35. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Williams. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get it.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went
went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
The final shot before break. Williams. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of his first half of play. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll return this one all the way out to the other side of the field.
That's a tremendous start to the third quarter. These guys had their foot on the gas the entire first half. They continue to keep the accelerator down.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 3. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. Past the 20. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Give him 32 on the play.
Another big play right there. And this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Ready?
Counter play. Here's Gibbs. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 better than 3. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal.
Here we go, set. 45 seconds.
They'll drop the throw. There's Laporta. He's got it. Touchdown Lions. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21.
McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The line prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Working out of the gun, Williams. He finds his man, complete. It's Romero. 14 yards into Chicago, first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
23 yards, the final tally.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Williams. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Lions will take over here as they get up to the 43-yard line. Well, this has been a bit of a tough game to figure out when it comes to him throwing the football. He's got the 3 touchdown passes, but now, Charles, this is a third interception.
And those aren't really numbers that you'd like to see balance out. In a normal ledger sheet, if you can balance everything, you feel good about your day. But as a quarterback, you need your ratio to be more like 3 touchdown passes to 1 interception.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll bring up second down.
Second and 9 at the 44-yard line.
Blaster, 6, 33, yellow. Ready.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
3rd and 3.
Black Ultra. Here we go. Ready.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 84 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Read option, this is Gibbs. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Yellow, 43, light blue. Set.
On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Open man down the field. That's Burden. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. So offsides the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. To throw, it's Williams. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Roma Doozy with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Let's go now. Yellow, 20 seconds.
Off the option, here's Gibbs. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
This is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
Another run for Gibbs here. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 35-yard line.
When a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 127 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower. That front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Ready.
2nd down and 8. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter, in the zone, the ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Let's go. 52 blue. Fight 6. Ready?
On the give, here's Gibbs. Well, almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson. This to make it a 3-score game late. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
At their own 35-yard line.
the Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, and there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Throwing is Williams. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 1st and goal, and they've got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw is Williams. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. York now for the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score Lions 45, Bears 35.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's on just shy of the 40.
At their own 39-yard
line. Looking to put a drive together.
Down. Ready.
They'll start things off with a give to Gibbs. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
On the ready.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. They'll go again with Gibbs. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
That's good for a Lions 1st down.
Ready, ready.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. 20! And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big pickup of 38. That last effort is noteworthy because he just passed Tony Dorsett on the all-time rushing list. Dorsett had 12,739.
Well, rather fitting because Tony Dorsett, one of his nicknames, the Hawk. And this guy just flew right past him.
Wilson is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of its hands quicker.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. A quick throw complete into the flat out left. And no sidestepping that. He's going to be brought down hard, and it also sets brings up fourth down. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. The trick play does not pan out here on 4th and goal. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. Here's 1st and 10. To throw from his end zone, Williams. And they'll get him down up past the 15. There's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here. That's downfield. He's got Loveland. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused because it had touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. And York on now for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Lions 45, Bears 42.
So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. Oh, did the Bears get it? They did. Chicago football. So they needed the onside kick, and they got it. Now they need a field goal.
And that's the beauty of this. They don't have to get 6. A field goal ties the ball game for them. Nicely executed play.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Chicago.
Back to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions have just about sewn up this football game.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own.
And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Lions, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll drop